We have the white Mordor player, Balin, also known as Thomas, and his opponent is the blue Gondor player, Farhad, from Syria. It's a beautiful map, right? I mean, I don't know. It's a symmetrical map, and BFME 1 was lacking in symmetrical map department. It was lots of work for us to make these maps, because you can just not copy-paste this from BFME 2 into BFME 1. You need to retexture everything. And unfortunately, the textures in BFME 1, you don't have that much diversity, unlike in BFME 2. So mapping is a bit harder. And also the mappers, the current mappers, are always mapping for BFME 2 or Rise of the Witch King. Nobody's making maps for BFME 1. So we gotta do it ourselves, you know. But hopefully, you know, maybe when we get lucky, we can find someone who is interested in mapping, and we can even create more maps in 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, free-for-all maps. To have like in long terms, like way more maps available for the multiplayer experience. So Gollum is hiding, but in a one-on-one situation, still no chance. That's a bad Eye of Sauron. What can orcs do against soldiers? They have no chance. But he's trying to stall the time, and going for early Eye could be a mistake too, because Gondor could go for the Elven Wood here, but he didn't. He will also be able to win this fight, no problem. Gollum has to be careful to not get killed. Just get him away. Yeah. And this settlement might be taken down. You should be fighting this, by the way, as Gondor. Don't commit on the settlement. Just kill the orcs first. That's a big mistake from Farhad here, by the way. Kill the orcs first. You don't need to destroy the settlement. Kill orcs first, and then you can kill the settlement. That's a big mistake. Like, you should always take the fights you know you can win, you know? And your soldiers could win this fight in a minute. So you didn't have to do this. But maybe they get level 2 here if they're lucky. Kill one more unit. Oh, they can't get level 2. Give it to this. Oh my goodness, one more thing has to be killed for this to be level 2. Okay, he's gonna... Gollum? Can he do it? No, it was so close. He almost did it. He almost destroyed this at 0%. He's like, OMG. Yeah, OMG all you want. Stable coming up for Gondor. Mordor is still... Mordor also forgot about the settlement. Also happened to me in my games against Fishy. I forgot about the settlement, because I also don't have experience on those new maps yet. But hopefully, as we keep going, we will have also more experience. Gollum is gonna be shot in the face by Peregrine Took. Take this, Gollum. And now he might be capturing this one. He's saying, he forgot about this one, right? 3 slaughterhouses, Orc Pit. He has still one untouched settlement here. That's pretty good for him. The farm here is gonna be taken down. He forgot about the settlement. Stable coming up for Gondor, into the Gondor Knight. He was also able to save one soldier. That's pretty lit. And he's gonna save them actually both, which is good because you can later on combine them into the combos if you want to. Mordor's eco is not looking too bad. Looks like you wanna rush to Trolls. The Hobbit is gonna be hidden. It's also, I mean, the Hobbits have also new abilities in this game, by the way. The Peregrine of the Tower Guard, nothing game changing, but it's a little bit of reward when you get him to level 7. You get a bit more damage output, but still, you know, they don't have crazy damage output, so 30% more isn't gonna be game changing, but still good, you know. Mordor was able to destroy the settlement. What's up, Gulliver? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Okay, more blacksmiths coming up. The reason for blacksmiths, they are more expensive, but they give you the steel bonus, which is crucial for Gondor faction. Hopefully we shall see Pippin on Gandalf this game. I don't even know that Farhad knows that you can do this. Foxboy, thanks for the 3 months, my friend. Thank you so much. Means a lot.
Foxboy check just resubscribed for 3 months. Ahoy. Hey EV gets dear. I can't wait to 3.0, it's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna be big actually. Unfortunately, DMAC, our developer, has his laptop crashed. So he can't use his laptop until New Year. So long story short, Ravo is the only one who is actually being able now to code. And with that being said, it all depends on him, all of that. Troll Cage building up for Mordor. Gondor should not go for land, by the way. Skip land and go for Rangers. Because when you play this matchup as Gondor against Mordor, you want to win this as soon as possible. So Ravo is doing lots of stuff, of course. The launcher is taking lots of time to be finished. I think it's almost finished. Now it has to just make like a patch detection. So you can use it as a patch switcher between 1.03, 1.06 and 2.22. But the download functionality and the update functionality is already working properly. And we tested this in many different ways. So you can actually download the whole game in less than 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Depends on your internet connection too, right? But when you have a decent internet connection, you can do this literally in less than 5 minutes. And you can update the new version in less than a minute, which is big achievement. And with the new launcher and the fast update potential, it will be definitely rewarding. And also we can release faster hotfixes into new versions. You know, when there is something game breaking happening, we can make a new version hotfix and release this. And the beautiful part is the second you open your launcher, it will automatically update. Automatically. So it's again, I mean, Ravo made sure that it's foolproof. Fools can do this. You know, you don't have to be Einstein to, you know, do all of that stuff. All of the errors you get mentioned during the installation, that, I don't know, CD key gen giving me a virus error, you don't even need CD keys anymore. Launch is gonna do all of that for you. Create options.ini file, know your resolution. So long story short, very soon installing BFME 1 was never that easy. Never. Gondor is taking over the map, but Mordor is creeping, and controlling this outpost is pretty good for Gondor, for Mordor. And he has 2 power points in the bank. Will he rush Gandalf though? That's the big question. He went for his shields and blades in Faramir. So he has 1 troll in the base and 1 troll at the outpost. There are 3 Gondor Knights. If he micros well, these Gondor Knights can actually deal great amount of damage, because 1 troll can't be everywhere. And Gondor shouldn't be too scared of that. Just dodge this, and keep pushing. Exactly. Most people are always so scared from 1 or 2 pikemen when they have 3-4 horses. They don't need to be scared. Beautiful shot here with the 3 in your hands. They will keep going. The shields, they don't give you any resistances against trolls. They only give you resistance against other horses and also against arrows. But you can see Knight shields give you more armor against arrows and against cav. There comes the ranges. I mean, it's big. There is no drama troll. The troll is going to be killed in a few seconds. The Gondor Salt Knights keep going, keep moving on. And Mordor is outpost, yes, but if he loses the troll cage, it's over, right? Beautiful shot. Does he have heal? Not yet. It's on cooldown. He just used it. The ranges, oh, Faramir showing his quality, just like you guys said in the chat. And he's gonna call it. That's gonna be the game, boys. Farad gets the first W in this best of 7. And there is still hope for the Syrian player Farad. If he can win the upcoming game as Mordor against Gondor on this map, it's definitely the chance to win this. Lego Lord of the Rings? No, I didn't play Foxboy. To be honest, Battle for Middle-earth games are the only Lord of the Rings games I ever played. Okay, so we have now the white Gondor player Berlin, also known as Thomas, versus the blue Mordor player Farad. In the game number 4, the score is 2-1, still in favor of Thomas. So in order to make it even, the Mordor player Farad has to win this one. Orpil opening, Gollum into the 2 orcs spreading out to the settlement, into the settlement. I think you shouldn't get this settlement early game. You can't really protect this. Double soldier sent forward. He's building a slaughterhouse here actually, by the way. You should be cancelling it in time to get the 200 back, because you can't protect this. There is no way. But at least you can stall with the Gollum. That's the plan. Oh, but he didn't cancel it. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. And he will now give experience too. Destroying a slaughterhouse will give you half a level on the soldiers. And when they get level 2, it's gonna be quite annoying to... What is this? He didn't even capture this one, really? And the farm is building up here for Gondor. He also didn't capture this one yet. So you can see these players, they don't really know the map at this point, you know? Where is the Gollum at? Gollum, don't die. Don't die, Gollum. Gollum! Run, No, Smeagol. Smeagol. Okay, he's gonna be sending a soldier or orc to this location. That's good. The farm here might be protected by the soldiers. The follow-up is gonna be a slaughterhouse. Maybe an early Haradrim Palace could be nice. Gondor has blacksmith farm. I think he's saving up for the steeple. Yeah, he's gonna rush the steeple at this point. 800. Elven Wood will be used from the Gondor player, which is countering the leadership completely. So I is not active anymore. And again, capturing this as Mordor was a big mistake. Capturing was not a big mistake, but canceling would be the best approach. So you capture it, and before it's built up, you cancel it. So your opponent has to wait here before he can buy this again. And you get the whole money back. And what happened, he didn't not only cancel it, but he didn't even demolish it. He got 0 money out of that, 0 value. And the soldiers are almost level 2 as well. That's a big loss there for Mordor. And his eco is messed up big time for that reason. Again, those mistakes at the beginning of the game can be game ending, boys, you know? You don't want to make these mistakes in which you lose money. The 200 is so important at the beginning of the game, you can't even imagine. The workers are going to war. I mean, the good thing is this settlement is untouched. That's the best thing actually for Farad. But that's pretty much it, right? Hobbit killed all of these workers. I mean, didn't kill them, but kind of forced them away. So this settlement is making 0 money for Mordor. And the Gondor Knight is already here on the field. Into the second Gondor Knight. You can see this gonna be changed in the version 3.0. Because I believe we get to mid-game with the Gondor Knights just a little bit too fast. And this gonna be slowed down a bit. So we will lower the money income from the farms inside the base. And also the stable will get, the Gondor Knights will get less food bonus. And the stable build time is gonna be increased. And the Gondor Knight recruit time will also be increased. So it's gonna be triple nerfed. So you will get the stable later. You will get the Gondor Knights later. And you will get them more expensive because the food bonus is gonna be reduced too. So long story short, it will be now taking you around about 15 to 20 seconds longer to get your Gondor Knights upon the field. Which might be making these matchups between Gondor and Mordor on small maps a bit more playable for Mordor. We don't want to make it too good for Mordor, because Mordor is already a very strong faction in the mid to late game. Mordor getting lots of buffs in the 3.0. Trolls will cost less command points, movement kills will cost less command points. Orcs will deal more damage to the farms. They will have less recruit time from 32 seconds down to 28 seconds, so they will come out 4 seconds faster from the Orc pits. It's gonna be a significant buff actually for the Mordor faction early game. But we don't want to touch too much of the late game, because Mordor in late game is still very strong. And the most important, the men of Gondor. Lorheon, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. The most important and the new stuff which will be changed is going to be the Witch King debuff. So we will introduce the debuff system into the BFME 1, starting with the Witch King, but later on we can also do lots of other stuff. What's up, Arnie? Now give Mordor Grunt and we are good. Could make actually Mordor Grunt for the Siege Works. Level 3 Siege Works for 10,000 or something, you can do this, make it limited to 1. BFME 2 did this with the 1.09. But then the question is how strong you want to make this thing, you know what I mean? You can make Grunt, but the question is how strong you want it to be. You want it to be extremely tanky that your opponent needs like 10 minutes to destroy it. You want it to be able to trample down the enemy infantry units and one-shot them. You want it to be able to one-shot the gate, one-shot the wall. You can do everything you want, you know, it's all about coding. You can make it indestructible. You can make it like Balrog, like in terms of tankiness, you know? And this will be buffed, for example, the Orcs will deal a bit more damage to farms exclusively, to Gondor and Rohan farms. They will not deal more damage to slaughterhouses or lumber mills, but they will be able to destroy these a bit faster. Okay? So you can see, at this point, it just takes too much time to destroy a farm with the Orcs, right? They will destroy this now 10% faster, which is not gonna be huge. Not like you will be able to destroy this in like 10 seconds. It will take you still a long time, but it will be at least a bit faster. Uh-oh. The troll is not in position. Does he have shields? Yep, he has shields. Uh-oh. That's big, man. That's GG right there. That's GG right there, boys. Only one troll? One troll only, that's not good. Is Thomas Balin? Yes. Thomas is Balin. A one troll can't defend all of this stuff. There is no way. A recruit time from this, build time from this is 30 seconds, and then the recruit time is also 30 seconds, so you need a minute. So you basically, by destroying the troll cage, you buy yourself a minute time, which is a long time in this game. And by the way, guys, quick question to you in the chat. Do you guys think we should be nerfing the healing from the wells? So the well is not healing that fast anymore? I feel like the well is healing too fast, you know? Like, it can get you back to full HP in like no time, literally. And for me, it's a little bit too strong. But I don't know about you guys, if we should be nerfing this a bit. Knights of Gondor will protect these lands. This water bonus is giving you a cost reduction on infantry. So basically, if you would go for barracks or archery range, you can get your units cheaper a bit. Building multiple wells is just not rewarding, so you get most of the time the 10% discount. And would you look at the money? Are you guys ready for the Mithrandir? For the White Rider? Or for the Grey Rider, because he's gonna be only grey? But I think he can creep. He has nothing to creep anymore, but he can kill orcs. And then he can get the power points. He has almost the power points for it. He's cash floating big time. And we also will nerf the marketplace in the version 3.0. And basically, lots of stuff is going to be changed. The buildings are going to hit level 2. The resource buildings are going to hit level 2 a bit later. And also, the level 3 will be reached later for every faction. So your buildings will need a bit more time to get to level 3. So basically, at this point, it's cool. It's quite fast paced. I like that. But I think it's a little bit too fast. And we get to the point in which you have like unlimited money, in which map control becomes less important, and we want to change this. So the early game will still be faster, and mid game is going to be longer. That's the plan. So we have like more mid game stage, and not reaching to late game that fast, because that's late game stuff over here, for example, because Gondor has shields and this blades, and he has Gandalf. That's just too fast. Mordor is so poor. Losing Troll Cage is a big mistake. It's harder for evil factions if buildings hit level 3 later, right? But remember, evil factions can manually impact the speed of that. The way the buildings are hitting level 3, the resource buildings, is calculated based on the money it collects, okay? So when you use industry, what you do is you manually increase the resource income from a building. In this way, you can reach that threshold way faster. So you get to level 3 way faster with an evil faction resource building when you use industry on it. Or when you have the fuel the fires, for example. He's gonna demolish everything, by the way. He knows he has nothing to do against the Nazgul, against the Gandalf. And he's gonna call it GG well played. That's gonna be the score 3-1. And we will be jumping into the game number 5 now. If Balin or Thomas wins the upcoming game, he's gonna move to the next round and fight against Rangel. If he loses, we will get to see the game number 6.